Okay, time for a new video, and whether you are somebody new to my channel or you are returning to my channel to watch this video, it is greatly appreciated. As always, I'm filming this video in one go, so if I stumble over my words moving forwards, apologies about that, and also if the quality of this video is fairly poor as well, if there's any lag, anything like that at all, sadly it cannot be helped, and hopefully it is not too much of an issue for you. And I really must apologise if the quality is poorer than usual. I am filming this in the evening, but it's a big day, ladies and gentlemen. You all know what it is. Today we are finding out the host city of the 67th edition of the Eurovision Song Contest, which will be staged somewhere in the UK next May on Ukraine's behalf. Will it be Liverpool or will it be Glasgow? Right now I am watching The One Show, which is where the announcement is going to be made, and if you didn't know, if you're outside of Britain, The One Show is a show that's on every weekday evening on BBC One. It's a very casual chat show, and at some point between right now, as I'm recording this video, it is 8 minutes past 7, and 7:30, Graham Norton is going to make an appearance, and he is going to probably open an envelope and say which city it is. The rumours have been flying about over the past 24 hours. There's been an image online, which apparently a fan created with Glasgow 2023. We've also had apparently a commercial in Serbia saying Liverpool's hosting it, but there's been no concrete evidence for that. And we've also had rumours about Ollie Murs, a singer. He's going on tour in Glasgow and Liverpool next spring, and he's performing at the arena in Liverpool next May. That would clash with when the arena needs to be free for Eurovision. Right now, they're talking to people in both cities. They have a drag queen in Glasgow in a purple dress, and I think that's Kay Adams, who's a sort of TV presenter and journalist as well. Is that so? Yeah, anyway, the point of this video is to sort of talk a little bit about this host city announcement, which is particularly exciting for British Eurovision fans, because who thought that we'd be staging Eurovision again so soon? I thought it was going to be years down the line. Our form was really poor in the contest for so long, and then obviously Sam Ryder did a stellar job in Turin several months ago now, and because of the conflict in Eastern Europe, the BBC stepped in, and we are hosting the biggest musical event in the world next May. I haven't really spoken about it in too much depth on my channel, but my hope is to go next year to the final, which I know is going to be really difficult because of the demand for tickets and what have you. If it's Liverpool, that's the smaller arena, so, you know, less tickets for sale, arguably. But I would like to go. Certainly Liverpool is nearer geographically, and it's a great city. I've never been, but I've heard really good things. Great architecture, great music, great history. And the arena's right next to the River Mersey. In Glasgow, you've got everything you need for Eurovision right there. It's part of a complex. The Armadillo, the Hydro, 14,000 capacity. Also next to a river, the River Clyde. Scotland hasn't hosted Eurovision since the early 70s. So, you know, each bid has its pros and, you know, maybe a few cons for certain people. I mean, certainly Glasgow is a little bit more difficult to get to, absolutely, for somebody like me who lives pretty much in the middle of England. Liverpool's slightly nearer. But then you can say, well, Glasgow's got the better arena. It certainly seems that way. But Liverpool has the better musical history, which could work in its favour. Plus, Liverpool is twinned with Odessa in Ukraine, I believe. That could work in its favour. There's been so much attention surrounding Liverpool on the news here in the UK. It's unbelievable. There's been so much more buzz around Liverpool 2023 than Glasgow 2023. It always seems to me, whenever Eurovision's been mentioned on the news recently, it's Liverpool. The council have been very vocal, which is great to see. They've got all of these plans. They're talking to Sonia, the runner-up in 1993. Who's this other woman? Oh, so Simon. Terrible accent. Terrible impersonation, I do apologise. Who is it? Is it Sam Quek? The hockey player. Looks like her. Anyway, doesn't really matter. I should warn you, moving forwards, whichever city it's going to be, there's going to be terrible accent impersonations over the next few videos, that's for sure. Yeah, the problem here is that they're just dragging this out. We just want to know what city it's going to be, and I'm filming this video now, even though there's still, 20 minutes left of this show, because we don't know the exact moment they're going to say which city it's going to be. We could get the dates, we could get the logo, we could get more information, a little film maybe, like we had when Duncan Lawrence was there, Rotterdam and Maastricht, you might remember, and also, oh, and also with Turin, we had that very short teaser video to get people excited about it being Turin, and that video came out obviously months and months and months ago, but that was really good as well. So I'm hoping that we get a sort of video that ramps up the excitement, if you see what I mean. They're talking to Tom Fletcher, the lead singer of McFly, right now. Yeah, it could be a few more minutes yet, absolutely, before we get any details, but I've covered pretty much everything that needs to be covered in my previous videos. I've mentioned the Hydro, I've spoken a little bit about Glasgow. I think Simple Minds are from Glasgow. Amy MacDonald, one of my favourite musicians, certainly is. Belle and Sebastian are from Glasgow, that's great. And then Liverpool, of course, Cilla Black, the Beatles most notably, Frankie Goes to Hollywood. So in terms of the musical stakes and the history, maybe both cities are fairly even. But I've never been to either city, so I can't really sit here and say this one's better, because it would be a close call, I'm sure, anyway. I was supporting Manchester or Birmingham early on, because Birmingham's an hour away from where I live, and Manchester has one of the biggest indoor arenas in Europe, and has never hosted Eurovision before, so I was sort of leaning more towards those two cities. And then they were both out of the running, so then I thought, well, geographically, how easy it would be for me to get to this place, Liverpool. But I've always been somebody who wants as many people as possible to go to the contest, and Glasgow has the bigger arena. So, although it's a real faff for me to get there, and I'll explain why in a moment, I'm rooting a little bit more for Glasgow here. But I'm really not fussed. Who cares? It's going to be in my country. What an incredible opportunity for a city to be thrust into the spotlight, and a great opportunity for somebody like me to eventually be able to go to this incredible competition. Now, I'm aware I'm really rambling, but so are they, to be honest, so do bear with me. What I'll do is I'll put a timestamp in the description, so you can just skip ahead to when the announcement is made. I should take this opportunity as well to say that there are links, as always, in the description to my other social media pages. Check them out if you so wish. All being well, there will be a post later on this evening just announcing the host city. That's going to be on the joint Instagram page that I run with my good friend Pete, rajc.esc. Check that out if you so wish. We've got a whole bunch of posts up there now, and it's looking really good. But yes, do let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I really am interested to know, particularly if you are thinking of travelling to Eurovision, whether that's somebody who's in the UK or whether you live further afield. Because for me, to get to Glasgow, I would need to fly, which means getting to an airport first, or getting the train, and that would be several stops. I'd have to change at Leicester and Sheffield and Manchester, and then arrive in Glasgow, and it takes like 6 hours, whereas Liverpool's not too bad because my friend could drive. There is Graham Norton. The moment is coming. There he is in a rather snazzy deep blue suit. Now, Graham has said that he won't be hosting, he'll still be commentating next year. I think Liverpool's going to get this. There's been so much more momentum. Liverpool, so much more momentum. Oh, is this it? Not yet, not yet. Yeah, they're just talking here the last time the UK hosted 1998, and so much has changed since then. The semi-finals came along, the internet grew and grew, the attention surrounding the contest, it's just grown so much. Now he's talking about Ukraine. You can probably faintly hear this in the background, but it's all going to be online soon anyway. The time has come. This is it. Oh, well. Glasgow's been such a favourite since day one, though. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. The moment has come. Glasgow's the big fave. It's Liverpool. You could say it's an upset, but the momentum, there's been so much more talk about Liverpool doing this. I've heard so little from Glasgow. Oh, the excitement's worn off already. It's a massive moment for Liverpool, you know. I really think the musical history, plus the links to Ukraine already in place, plus the huge amount of attention from the news about Liverpool, this does not surprise me at all. But what a slap in the face for Glasgow. They were so far ahead with the bookmakers. One thing's for sure, Ollie Murs is going to have to reschedule his gig for early May next year. It's better for me. It's 2.5 hours away by car. This is the Mare, I think. It's the M&S Bank Arena, ladies and gentlemen. It's a relatively modern building, but it's smaller. In all the photos I've seen of the arena, I mean, we've had Eurovision in small places before in the recent past. Tel Aviv, a great example, but the arena looks so much better in Glasgow. But hey, it's Liverpool 2023. So we've had London, Brighton, Harrogate, Birmingham. I'm missing somebody else out here. Harrogate. And now Liverpool. It's great for the north of England, getting a bit more attention. Well, I think Liverpool will need something to celebrate next May, because the way it's going, they're not winning the Premier League. It's gonna shine, it's gonna be amazing. There we go. I think they're going to talk to Graham a bit more here, so bear with me. I thought we were going to get a bit more than that, though. I thought we were going to get a bit of a teaser video. Yeah, I noticed how they haven't gone back to the fans that were there in Glasgow. Oh, that's amazing. They've just said both semi-finals on BBC One for the first time. 13th of May. 13th of May, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we need to hear much more, to be honest. I'm going to leave it on for just a few moments, but there we go. Saturday the 13th of May in Liverpool. And that sound you can hear, ladies and gentlemen, is people rushing to get accommodation. And that will be me soon, I'm sure, as well. Plymouth? No. We're done. We're done. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm aware that this has been a fairly messy video, but I'm going to get it uploaded as soon as I possibly can, and there will be more videos from me moving forwards. It's Liverpool 2023. Like I said, it wasn't the favourite, but the momentum was really there, and if Glasgow had been a little bit more vocal, they might have won this. But alas. Let me know your thoughts, and I'll be back soon with more ESC related content. Until then, take care of yourselves, stay safe, and bye for now.